This is the NFL on EA Sports, and football has returned to America's finest city, San Diego, California. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Golden Eagles of San Diego.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And he returns this to the 22.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Bears, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Trying to run for it with Hampton.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yard is?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Herbert now. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. You look at this Bears defense.
This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Pass caught by Burden.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
He's got this complete to Burden.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
From the gun, here's Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
And the Bears first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Moore, the motion man right. Here's Williams.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Colston Loveland with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
His kick is good.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think
he's got him in, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll dump this off to Hampton, complete.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
Now a timeout called for by the defense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Hey, ram. Set. Line. 21.
Here's Herbert. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
Chicago.
Filthy, 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 filthy.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
13 yards on the play. And the Bears first down.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
At the 26-yard line.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 1. Now they'll change things up. Williams going to look to throw again. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
That's another first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Second and 9.
A gain of 11 brings up second and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
There's Blackburn! There's Blackburn! Blackburn! 32! 32! 32!
To the air, Williams. That is caught. Touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
Got to do what you got to do, man. Got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah. Well.
Santos now to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bears 14. Golden Eagles nothing. Cairo Santos to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay popped.
Here's a diving catch right side. That one goes for 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the 50, here's Herbert. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Looking to put a drive together.
What is it on?
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. In trouble, and he's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing is Williams. They've got his man complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4th.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Kyler Gordon picks it off. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
We got Hornets! 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 Hornets!
To throw, it's Williams. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Deion Henley in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. To throw, Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Colston Loveland with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Santos with the extra point. And it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They snap it to Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Hampton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9. Brings up second and 1.
Out of the gun, Herbert. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And they rattle off a big one. And even 50 yards. Here's Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Second and goal. At the 12-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games, and now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a 28-0 lead, you figure they're just going to be happy to take this lead right into the locker room. And this will be a Bears first down as he gets this up past the 30.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Right back to him on first down. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Looking to throw is Williams. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 41 yards. And the Bears have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
That's complete. Lambert Smith. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30.
It's fourth down.
21. Ready.
Here we go on fourth. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. From the gun, he'll hand this off. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
Ready to launch.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
3rd and 2.
Ready to launch.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Ready to launch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Bears have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Bears 42. Golden Eagles nothing. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a great decision to bring it out there as he's tackled just beyond the 10.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Set.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Ready.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
What?
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
At the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
More the motion man right. They'll go. Here's Williams.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Colston Loveland from 8 yards out. And the Bears extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
12.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 6. Herbert now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
77 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a handoff running through the middle. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
For the winning team here, Charles, and that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League.